Get your reactions ready. The live portion of the show will begin in just a moment.
That ball's hit well in the air right field by Moncada, and this ball is gone.
That one's given deep to right field. There it goes. See ya.
Willie Calhoun getting an opportunity, his fourth of the year. Eloy Jimenez swings at the first pitch and launches it for center field. McKinney at the wall, and the Sox take the lead. Ground ball, second base, Gonzalez, Anderson, double play.
Round two, fight. High drive, left field, going back, Frazier, turning, looking, see ya.
Home run by Gleyber Torres, his 10th of the year.
Swing, miss. Another good inning for Vasquez. High drive, right field, Sheets back, on the track, at the wall, see ya.
Today is June 8th, 2023, and we had just enough breathable oxygen to play a little baseball. Luis Severino was on the mound for Game 1 looking to bounce back, and he did not bounce back very well. And Randy Vasquez made the start in Game 2. Get out your double mint gum. We got a double recap coming up. My recap and your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Welcome back, everybody. Tomorrow feels like a good day to have some voicemails on the state of the team before the Red Sox series. I will be live with NYYPD with Pete Simonetti on this channel before the game, so tune in and call in. Number is 718-899-1068. I feel like we haven't talked enough lately. You know, we had one recap in the span of 3 days. I'm starting to forget what it is we do here. Since we last talked, Aaron Judge has officially been placed on the injured list. And when Boone was asked about a timetable for his return before the game, he got a little bit hot under the collar. Look, we'll get him back when we get him back, but you're talking about a 300-pound athlete that has to run on it every day for at least a few months straight, barring any other injuries. So you got to have him right. He got a platelet-rich plasma injection. That is a difficult phrase to say. That's usually pretty painful from the people I've talked to, and it can promote accelerated healing, and it does kind of mitigate some of the inflammation and pain after the injection discomfort subsides. So hopefully we'll get him back sooner than later, but my guess you're going to see him in about a month. If they're cautious about giving us a timetable, I think it's because they don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, which they've done on several occasions. You know, you don't want to say he'll be back July 1st and then he's back in August, right? It's not a good look for the organization. People will stop buying tickets. And, you know, we've seen them make that mistake before. I see the chat is beginning to fill up, so let's get after it. Go ahead and post your reactions, and I'll try and pull some up periodically, but we've got 2 recaps to do, so this may take a bit. Game 1 was a big start for Luis Severino because he got bombed his last time out. The fastball velocity was definitely better today, but his slider was useless, his location wasn't great, and everything was getting hit out of the ballpark. 3 home runs in the first 3 innings. He threw 18 fastballs and had only 1 swing and miss, and even that was questionable because it was a foul tip, but StatCast calls it a swing and a miss anyway, so technicality. At one point, he had allowed 6 home runs over a span of 7 innings. It is not what you want.
Don't fail me again.
He went 5 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. His ERA stands at 5.75. It is not what you want. You have to wonder if he's been tipping his pitches, or maybe he's been hurt and just pitching through it because he wants to get paid. I wouldn't put that past him. But last 2 times out, the hitters have been all over him. He's hitting a lot of bats, as my dad would say. On the offensive side in Game 1, without Judge, some of the other guys are going to have to step up. And today we saw some of that, but we didn't see much from any of our big-name guys. Got a triple from Billy McKinney, RBI double from Kyle Higashioka, got an RBI single and a 2-run home run from Willie Calhoun. Oswaldo Cabrera had another productive at-bat in the first game, RBI single to give the Yankees a 5-4 lead. But Mike King came in and didn't have it. He doesn't blow a lot of leads, but he blew it today. 2-run home run by Eloy Jimenez. And alas, he is human. In the bottom of the ninth, Josh Donaldson pinch hit and walked to lead off the inning. That allowed Anthony Volpe to pinch run, and you thought maybe he would steal, but IKF picked up an infield hit to put 2 on with nobody out, but the Yankees squandered it. Gleyber Torres just missed a 3-run home run that twisted foul at the last second. He ended up fouling out, and then Rizzo bounced into a double play to end the game.
Emotional damage.
And that officially cost the Yankees the series. They challenged, but it was too close to overturn it. Stanton, Rizzo, Torres, and LeMahieu went 0 for 15 in Game 1.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
But luckily, there was a Game 2. I love doubleheaders. So Game 2 was the second Major League start for Randy Vasquez. You might recall that he made his debut on May 26th against the Padres. And he has pretty good stuff. He was really good tonight, too. He retired 15 straight White Sox at one point. Both teams were quiet early. Willie Calhoun got the first hit for the Yankees, a leadoff double in the bottom of the 4th inning. Next batter was Gleyber Torres.
There it goes. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
10th home run of the season that gave the Yankees a 2-0 lead. Next inning, Billy McKinney said, "Aaron who?"
There it goes. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
Deja vu. 407 feet. First home run of the season for him. Lucky's in Yankee Stadium. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Valerie Estevez says half the team is struggling, not just him, and he's the rookie. Yeah, we're talking about Volpe. He's struggling again. Vasquez was done after 5 2/3 innings. No runs allowed, just 2 hits allowed. His ERA after 2 starts is now a very, very respectable 1.74. Long way to go. But you love what you're seeing from him so far. Both starts, he's been in there and he has really he's shown a lot of gusto. He's had major league stuff, good fastball, good sinker. The sinker tonight was a bowling ball. White Sox killed every worm in the Yankees infield. And filling in for somebody as important as Nestor Cortez, I think you really couldn't have asked for much more. Give us a couple more of those while Nestor's out, and we might be all right. Joseph Johnson says every lineup feels like a head scratcher. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But great start, as Parks and Young says. I agree. Ron Marinaccio did an outstanding job tonight out of the bullpen. He got some very ugly swings. And David Cohn always says that the hitters will tell you how good your stuff is, right? And Ron Marinaccio was unhittable tonight. I mean, the guys just had awful swings against him. You saw a lot of late hacks, a lot of wristy hacks. Just completely dominated. So, you know, he's been up and down this year. If he can turn it up for a while and really step up in that bullpen for a month, we'll take it. Anyway, Yankees hang on to win Game 2, 3-0.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win. You're a winner.
Now, in Game 2, really not much of a competition for the belt. We did have the 2-run home run from Gleyber Torres. That was a big swing of the bat. But I don't think you can argue against the first Major League win for the kid, Mr. Randy Vasquez.
Let's go. Belt winner.
James Brin says, why is Boone getting upset about people wanting to know when the best player on the team comes back? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think Michael Kay made a similar point during the game. Look, he's one of the most popular and well-known players in all of the sports. Do you think that people are just going to say, oh, I guess he's out. I guess we'll just tune in and, come on. We want to know. We want to know. But the problem is the Yankees don't know. And frankly, I don't think Aaron Judge knows. Apparently, they're trying to get some swelling down. Man, that's just a tough break because he was on fire. He hit a home run, I believe, either in that game or the game before against the Dodgers. He was just swinging the bat so well. He had that great series in Seattle. He's just been unbelievable. He was going to overtake Pete Alonso for the home run lead. Now I don't think he's going to even lead the league in home runs. But anyway, Tabor says he's just glad that the Yankees won the second game. Look, got to take the small victories. Yo Elvis says he's done with Boone. Look, you might be done with Boone, but the Yankees aren't done with Boone. Brian Cashman's not done with Boone. Also, should mention a couple of other things tonight. Donaldson was great on defense. He made a couple of really nice plays on defense. Rizzo has really been struggling. He is 1 for 19 since that neck injury, where Fernando Tatis ran into him at first base, and he was red hot up until that point. So that really threw him off. And, DJ LeMahieu, it's odd. People are all over DJ in the chat. It's hard to watch. He is really struggling. After tonight, LeMahieu had a pinch hit, and he did not get a hit. He is hitting .234. That is not what you're used to seeing from DJ LeMahieu. All right, so let's watch through some of the highlights together. But first, let me tell you about Game Time. So Game Time is the app where you can get last-minute tickets, and we'll watch the highlights in just a second. Last-minute tickets to all of your favorite events. It has cancellation protection in case the air is full of smoke. It's extremely seamless. I used it once to go see a comedy show. I'm probably going to use it Monday. The Yankees have off Monday. I am off Monday. So, we'll probably go see, a concert or something. Just get out of the house a little bit on a summer night. Look, music, theater, whatever you want. And it doesn't matter because you can wait till the last minute. You don't have to make up your mind right away. That's the whole deal. Last minute deals on tickets. And if you use my code NYY Recaps, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. Lowest price on last minute tickets guaranteed. Clarkson says that losing a series against the White Sox is a joke. Should have swept. Let's watch the highlights together, shall we? All right. So this is game one. This was the home run on a high fastball off of Severino into the bullpen. Just an absolute meatball. And it got demolished. This was a line drive by McKinney into the gap. Ended up with a triple. Nice hustle by McKinney there. And then Higashioka bring him in. That was a nice piece of hitting opposite field. He's got some good opposite field power. You guys remember? Higgy hit 3 home runs in a game once. Wow. Tough stat here. Patrick says DJ batting 180 in his last 20 games. That is not what you want. Unbelievable. This was another home run from or off of Severino that gave the White Sox a 3-2 lead. And then Moncada, former top prospect, turned into trade piece from Boston to get Chris Sale. Willie Calhoun, though, answered back with a 2-run shot. Little porch job. He's dangerous at Yankee Stadium. Run into some home runs here. I still think he's what Oswald Peraza would look like if he put on some weight. But anyway. This was Oswaldo picking up a nice opposite field single. That used to be called the 5.5 hole, but really, that was more closer to the 6 hole because of the shift. This was the go-ahead home run by Eloy Jimenez off of Mike King. Just an absolute bomb. And then the double play ball to end the game to second for 1. On to first. Rizzo unhappy. But game 2. This was Calhoun getting the first hit for the Yankees down the right field line. This was when the Yankees challenged and won the challenge. It was a double. Gleyber Torres getting a hanging slider. Hitting it over the State Farm sign. Nice piece of hitting. Great swing. Barreled it up. 102 mile an hour exit velocity. 402 feet total distance. And then this was Billy McKinney getting into one to right field. This one went 407 feet to the last row of the seats out there in front of the bleachers. When I see number 57, I always think of Steve Howe for some reason, the late Steve Howe. Willie Calhoun had a good day, but Dr. Hitskin says he likes Boom Boom Calhoun. I like that. That's a good nickname. Anyway, so hopefully the Yankees can give the Red Sox a run for their money. The Red Sox have been struggling quite a bit. And, you might be able to get through this series without Judge, honestly. We need a big series out of Giancarlo Stanton. We need DJ to start hitting. I'm starting to think DJ's hurt and just not saying anything because he just looks awful. This is the worst we've seen him by far. Even worse than end of last season, which was pretty bad. He is really, really struggling. Parkson says McKinney's a nice lefty bat. I'm not crazy about him as a player. I mean, he's bounced around a lot. I think last year in Oakland, he hit like 0.96. But, some guys are late bloomers. They turn it on late in their career. He's back with New York, where he was a prospect for a while. And maybe that gets him going. He's going to get some reps. Sometimes you just need a break. And his break might have been Aaron Judge going down. Jeffrey Cole says, if I was going to use one word to describe this team, it would be dainty. Dainty.
Bing.
Junior wants a sweep of the Red Sox. Look, the standings don't look good for the Yankees right now. They entered this game 9 games out. They're now 8.5 games out. That's not good. They're 37-27, so 10 games over 500, but the Rays are 46-19. They slowed down for a minute, but they're playing really well lately. Orioles are not going away. They are a really good, young, talented team. Blue Jays not going away, although Alek Manoah's gone away. Biggest cheater in baseball is Garrett Cole, huh?
Shut up, bitch!
Got sent to AAA, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Or, no, sorry.
That
Single A. He got sent to Single A. Ate his way to Single A. What do you know? It is what it is. Joe Man thinks that DJ, Rizzo, and Sevy are all hurt. I think Rizzo also might be having some timing issues coming back. He seems like a guy who, whenever he misses a little bit of time, it takes him a bit to get going. He also seems to slow down after getting off to a good start, at least with the Yankees. Every time he's come to the Yankees, like after he first got traded, he got off to a hot start and then slowed down. And then he got off to a great start last season. I think he had 9 home runs in April and then slowed down. And this year, obviously, off to a great start until the neck thing. But he's been really consistent up until this point. I hope that Severino's not hurt. We saw 97. But look, the slider was all over the place. The changeup had no bite. The fastball was straight as an arrow. It didn't have that late life. He's been very hittable. And he might be tipping his pitches. All of that is possible. Frankie, with the comment of the night, says Alek Manoah, biggest eater in baseball. Oh, man. Frankie, that was fantastic. That was a good one. Dr. Hitskin says Rizzo needs more massage on that neck. I'm sure they have an in-house masseuse. And Twiggy says Lance Lynn missed a chance to throw at Judge for his shifty eyes. Lance Lynn's another guy who's on that Alek Manoah training regimen. Junior thinks that Sevy must be hurt. Look, Sevy has pitched hurt before. He's a guy who wants to be out there. And I think he's hesitant to tell the Yankees when he's hurt because he knows that they will pull him out and not let him pitch for a while. The Yankees are extremely cautious and extremely conservative with their injuries. So I was watching, about a month ago, maybe, the Yankees were playing the Rays. And Wander Franco was running down, I use that term loosely. He was jogging down at first base. And afterwards, he's kind of doing this, and he's kind of rubbing his neck, and he just looks uncomfortable. Took him out of the game, and I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to be out 6 weeks. But the Rays don't do that. He was in there the next night, and he was playing hurt, clearly. If a Yankee has that kind of injury, where it's, clearly bothering them, they just sit them out until they're back to 100%. The Yankees don't believe in playing somebody at 95%. They've got to be 100% to crack the lineup. Once again, if you're just joining late, get the Game Time app on your screen. $20 off using the code NYY Recaps. Anyway, Volpe struggling, pulling off every pitch, hitting 189, 188, something like that. Swinging through a lot of sliders. Look, I don't want to sugarcoat it. The kid looks rough right now. Occasionally he runs into a big home run, but he doesn't get to use one of the best parts of his game, which is his speed, because he doesn't get on base. Got to get that figured out ASAP.
Game over, man. It's game over.
We're going to get out of here. Steve Rickin' Vicious. Sebi needs more reps. No spring training. Not an excuse, though.
You gotta go.
Frankie says Sebi's been hurt since like 2015. Pamela says more like 2018. Look, he's just got to find a way to get through it. If you could put together a good second half, you got a chance to get that second big payday. Otherwise, you're pitching on a 1-year contract, ladies and gentlemen. George says, sadly, Nestor was hurt and waited to tell the manager. Yeah, he's been struggling with getting through the lineup a third time, and we found out it's a little bit of inflammation in that shoulder. You got to speak up when you have an injury. It can affect you, worse and worse the longer you let it linger. So, all right, guys, it's been a long day. We've all had a lot of baseball, and judging by the mood in here, I think everybody's ready to call it a night. Thank you for watching. I'll be back before tomorrow's game with Pete, NYYPD, and then after the game with the Red Sox for the post game. I'll see you next time.
Ball game over.
Most impressive.